I'm leading on one.
Yeah, you are.
Hello everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to Life Beyond Bricks. Another little update.
Yeah.
We're going to try and be more regular vlogs, which we always keep saying, and it never happens. A little update for us. Obviously, we've been fine, absolutely fine on my sister's driveway.
Yeah.
There's very little work for me, unfortunately, down south. It seems to be that the logistics industry is down everywhere, but particularly in the south, it just seems like there's so many people that have sort of either lost their jobs or been furloughed in the logistics industry and actually then gone into the agency. So it's meant that sort of inexperienced drivers have had like literally no work. It's been really sporadic. So I was after a bit more work. It looked like there was more work up in different areas. So
yeah.
we just figured, if we can get to a different area and find work that's a bit more solid and stable.
Yeah.
So we managed to find somewhere that was out of the area that people were willing to let us stay, which was brilliant.
Yeah, again, really grateful for that.
So we went there, but the work thing didn't really pan out.
But you know, on the other hand, we did have a really nice week, a chilled week, somewhere quieter, obviously with friends, because obviously you probably saw that we were with Daz and John and Mandy as well.
Yes, yeah, it was brilliant.
And you know, I don't want to look like we're having too much fun, but it was literally just friends getting to hang out with each other. Everyone got to chill out because everyone's in a different way. Everyone's had a rough time of it. I know, like you say, we haven't. We've been very lucky. We've had somewhere safe to stay, but obviously some of our friends haven't. So it was really nice to see them happy and see them get to chill out.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see. It's nice to see them and see other people and stuff.
Yeah. Socially distant, of course.
Of course, but literally living in a van, it's easy to social distance because you have your own space. Yeah. You can just sit outside your own space and you're done. What are you doing in there?
I'm just checking some pipes, making sure we're not leak anywhere.
What else is on our odd jobs list?
I've done the door pocket with the fire extinguisher.
Oh, have you mounted that now?
Yeah.
I didn't even see you do that. Is it alright?
Yeah, looks good.
So the work didn't quite pan out, did it? Unfortunately.
And the positive thing is my sister and brother-in-law, they get their driveway back because they've got a motorhome as well, so they kindly moved their motorhome off so that we could get our motorhome on. So it's quite nice for them to get their motorhome back because they haven't managed to use it a lot.
No, they got it last year, didn't they? And bless them, they've had all this stuff like everybody else, they've had holidays booked and they haven't been able to use it. I think it's been nice for everybody just to have that breather, isn't it? And that sort of change of scenery for everybody. And obviously the good news is we've now managed to secure some work for the pair of us.
Yeah.
So we've actually now left the place we were staying last week and we're now somewhere different. And we've managed to get 2 weeks work at a motorhome dealer, like a sort of sales place. Yeah. Which is quite cool because we're both in the motor trade. Obviously we're from the service side, not the sales side, but still something we're interested in, but also something that hopefully we've got a bit of background in. So it's something different for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I have been a lady of leisure for nearly 2 years now, so I'm not sure how I feel about having to go back to work.
You're going to have to turn up to work on time for...
Let's not push the boat out too much. But that's fine. So we'll review it again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Never know, you might be able to, because obviously we're in somewhere completely different now, so might be able to look around, see what's there for you, go from there.
I should have put the rubber hose on it anyway.
Oh, no, you didn't wrong those. It's giving me a smack talking.
This is for the outtakes. You've got to put it on at 18 plus.
Hi, buddy. Oh, you're going to come and crash Tash Johnny's video?
Even Coop's judging you right now. Look at him.
You don't want me against their van anyway, do you? Because you haven't asked their permission to film in front of their van.
Can I film in front of your van?
Of course you can, honey.
Thank you. What are you doing?
Just checking the tyre pressures.
And you were washing the windows earlier?
Yeah, washing the windows. Just to
See-
get nice and clean so I can see out.
Brilliant.
But yeah, a little tip for people if you're going to use the Fiat Ducato inflator, which are actually quite good to be fair. The late ones have got little fans in so they don't overheat. But don't use a cigar lighter because it will blow it. So if you get yourself one of these little things, which is basically a cigar lighter which you can connect straight to the battery, then you can put your own fuse in there because it needs to be like a 15 amp, otherwise it will blow it. What are you laughing at? I don't even know what you want me to say.
Just stopped for a quick pit stop. Rue faked us out. We thought she'd gone toilet in her carrier, but she hadn't. This is what the pit stop involves. Oops.
It's not that bad. How small is that?
I know, that's a double as well. Oh, Tiddles wants to have a look.
No, Tiddles. Don't look like a picture, does it?
Oh, there's Rue. She's free. She's free from her box. You're gonna have to go back in it in a minute, darling. Aren't you? Oh, look at Millie. Straight onto their little makeshift sleeping bag bed. Are you tired? Is somebody tired? Is it because you're in the box for a whole hour before we had to stop? Oh yeah, that's our... if you're wondering why that's there, that's our makeshift Max X fan cover. Because we didn't realise that it didn't come with a blind. So yeah, it's cut out of a laptop box and we just pop the cover off, put that in, and it blocks the light out. So on a final note, obviously for anyone that does sort of read our blog or visit our website, John actually did some writing. So John's blog is now live on our obviously blog site, but it's really cool. It's actually a two-part. So the first half is on our site, and the second half, which covers all about you actually driving for the NHS, your first ever job.
Yeah,
I mean, hell of a first job as a driver. You loved it, didn't you? So yeah, the second half is on Snooper's blog site, which what I'll do is I'll pop the links to both in the description. There is a link to the Snooper one at the bottom of our one anyway, because obviously it was a joint venture, wasn't it?
We already had Ventura sat nav, which we've used in our motorhome for ages, and I needed like a proper truck dedicated sat nav as well for work.
So I was just going to say, if you can hear something in the background, is Millie still eating? If you can hear her crunching.
Millie's eating Tinkerbell's food.
I did think Tinkerbell was up there and I thought her food was around there, but yeah, move that.
Millie, you're fat.
Oh, Millie!
She is fat.
She's a little bit tough.
She's overweight.
She's cuddly.
She needs to go on a diet.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, Snooper really kindly sent me a Truckmate SD card, which just goes straight into the existing hardware we already had, the existing sat-nav, and just works straight off the bat. So yeah, I was really impressed with their software and the way it worked pretty much straight away.
And you used that for all your work, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, sorry, that's also Tinkerbell hissing. Sorry if you heard that as well. It's like a zoo in here.
It is a zoo.
So yeah, so that was brilliant, and then you were able to use that for all your work.
Yeah.
So yeah, so John did some writing, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading it because it's really nice to hear it from your point of view, because obviously you don't always express. Don't talk basically, which obviously people pick up on. So I do let him talk, he just doesn't talk a lot. So yeah, I found it really interesting reading it from your point of view. So please do visit the blog, read John's half, and then also visit Snooper to read the other half of what John wrote. It'd be really great if you could. I think that's it for now. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah, bye.